start with immigration with Sandra.
Hello. Every year, thousands of African people try to pass to Europe to improve their quality of life, putting their lives in risk. So here we go with the first news. The accident of Lanzarote continues in the Yates. Last 13th of December, a damaged patrol boat choked with a dinghy and all its passengers fell into the water. Because of this, only 17 of the immigrants survived, and there was a dead one and 6 disappeared men. A case was opened then, and the judge is thinking about expelling these people who require staying in Spain as they weren't intercepted by the police but run over. The second news is that last 18th of March, 1,100 sub-Saharan people tried to pass the fence of Melilla, but only 500 of them reached it. They took advantage of the dense fog so they weren't seen by the police in Morocco. This has been the most mass jump in Melilla, and it was violent and the immigrants threw stones to the policemen. A lot of them had guns and cats, and 29 have been sent to a hospital. And now Cristina is going to talk about the flu, its effects, and how to prevent this illness.
Good morning. The flu is an infectious disease caused by a virus. The main symptoms are chills, fever, runny nose, sore throat, muscle pain, headache, coughing, weakness, and general discomfort. The last year in Spain, there were 230 flu cases per 100,000 inhabitants. Usually, the flu is transmitted through the air by coughs. To prevent the flu, we have to have hygiene, we have to keep the house clean, we have to avoid contact with sick people, and we have to vaccinate. Now, we will see how the people prevent the flu. Good morning. I'm doing a study about the flu. Can you answer me some questions?
Yes, of course.
Do you usually get the flu vaccine?
No, I don't vaccinate myself, but I should because I'm in the group of high risk. So I should take the vaccine every year. But I have to say that I normally don't take it.
What do you do to prevent the flu?
Mainly, I think you should try to avoid the rapid change in temperature. So if you are in a warm room and you go outside and it's cold, you have to cover yourself first. And then to avoid this change in temperature is the main thing. The other thing is to be very clean, so wash your hands if you are touching other people, or try to avoid when they sneeze and all these sort of things.
Have you ever had the flu?
Well, maybe when I was a young boy, but being an adult, I don't remember having the flu. So I would say not, no, at least in the last 15 or 20 years, no, I didn't have the flu.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. I am doing a study about the flu. Can you answer me some questions?
Good morning. Yes, I would like to answer your questions.
Do you usually get the flu vaccine?
Vaccinate against the flu? Never.
What do you do to prevent the flu?
I don't really do anything special against having the flu.
Have you ever had the flu?
Yes, I have, but last time was about 25 years ago, I think, when I still was a young man.
We can see how the people prevent the flu, but we are going to talk with a doctor to know what we must do. Good morning. I'm going to interview Dr. Segovia about the flu. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
What does the vaccine consist of?
The vaccine are attenuated viruses. That means that they are viruses that are killed, and then when they are injected on the bloodstream, then the only thing that they prompt is immunodefense system from the body, so that you cannot get the flu because your body has already reacted against that, and then you are prevented from getting the flu.
When is the best period to be vaccinated? When is the flu season finished?
The best period to be vaccinated is usually in October and November, and the season ends in February or March. So let's say that the best time to be vaccinated is October to avoid any problems.
What preventions are there apart from the vaccine?
Apart from the vaccine, the most crucial thing you can do is to keep a clean environment, and especially if you cough or sneeze, just don't do it on your hands because that is infection focus. And I just want to mention that every time that we sneeze, the particles from our mouth goes away at a velocity of 110 kilometers per hour. So that is a potential infection to anybody in the surroundings. So just be clean.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome anytime.
And now, Flor talks about a new film in the cinema.
Today we are going to talk about Captain America, the Winter Soldier. After the devastating event that happened in New York in the Avengers, Steve Rogers, Captain America, tries to have a normal life, adapting to the modern world. When someone attacks to his friend of S.H.I.E.L.D., Rogers is involved in a lot of intrigue events. He then joins with the Black Widow and they unmask the conspirations. Then they join with Falcon. These three heroes face good reviews. This film grows approximately $600 million. I recommend to watch this movie full of action, good, great special effects, some of love, and many secrets to discover.
They joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people.
How do we know the good guys from the bad guys? If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
And now Julia talks about the war.
Hello, I'm in Ukraine. The last events here divided the fuel of the Cold War. Russia says remain aloof but keep his army on the border of Ukraine. USA says that the government of Ukraine must look for a dialogue solution but sends troops to the countries bordering Ukraine too. Spain says that if they don't look for a solution, the whole world will be affected with a new world war. People who know about it says that there is neither good or bad. It's only that the two more important countries want to rule all the world, but they are fighting outside their territory, so they only harm it's Ukraine nowadays.
And here comes Tamara with nutrition and diet.
Good afternoon. We are going to talk about health. To have a good health, we need to eat right, do exercise, respect the rest, avoid saturated fats and stress. Make 5 meals a day, avoid alcohol and tobacco, control your habits, etc. These are the most important types. The second point is the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet is the most important of all diets, incorporating the basic of healthy diet, including fruits, vegetables, fish, and the least amount of saturated fats. Mediterranean diet reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer. Of anorexia. To avoid it, we must consider teach children since they are small the importance about a correct eating habits, eating in family. Meals should be varied and should include all kinds of food. Establish schedules of regular meals. Have a good self-esteem and have good social relations. And it's all.
And now the weather. Almost the whole same week was with an incredible weather. But in Sunday it started to rain till Monday, and from Tuesday it has been an incredible weather again, sunny and without wind.
The prediction for the next week is that it's going to be sunny all the week, But on Wednesday and Thursday is going to be windy. And that's all the news for today.
See you tomorrow.